All right, ladies and gentlemen, he is a local artist right here in Arizona, and he has quite a few hits under his belt so far. It's 21-year-old singer-songwriter Shane Travis, born and bred right here in Arizona. By the young age of just 10 years old, Shane could actually play 4 different instruments, including piano, guitar, drums, and bass. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Travis, how you doing today, Shane?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Let's kick it off with the one thing most people are always curious to know about music artists, and that is your inspirations. Growing up, Shane, who and what influenced you to start making music on your own?
You know, I would honestly say that my dad was my biggest and first influence.
Was your dad a musician also?
He is, yeah. Back in the day, he used to be in a rock band.
Okay.
And growing up, he played me everything from the Beatles to Led Zeppelin to, you name it, R&B artists, rock and roll artists, Frank Sinatra. So from a very early age, I was just exposed to a huge and wide amount of musical artists. And that inspired me to really start creating and learning and making sure I could copy whatever I heard on the radio when we were driving into school.
So what were those songs and artists you were listening to when you and your dad were driving to school?
Mostly, I would say a lot of classic rock.
Okay.
I used to go to school downtown at a school called Arizona School for the Arts, and we would have to commute from the West Valley all the way downtown, and every morning we would put a CD in just to make sure we had an album on the way over to school. And I think we mostly listened to Led Zeppelin, Van Halen. Those are just some of the bands that kind of came to mind first, but a lot of the Beatles and the White Album was a classic. You know, we used to always listen to together, so just a massive amounts of not only just listening to the radio and singles, but rather consuming full studio albums that were, recorded with the highest fidelity type of recording back in the day.
Oh, absolutely. And for our listeners under 16, CDs are those little round things. They kind of look like plates.
Hey, come on. I'm not that young, all right?
You still know it's
them in the kitchen, with some dust on them nowadays, kind of hidden.
Coasters. Some people use them for coasters. They're still around. They're still around.
They are still around. I play CDs in my car.
Do you really?
I really do.
Okay, that's true. Not everybody has a 2016. One thing I've noticed with new artists, Shane, is their production skills, which is so important in the final sound of the recording. One thing I can say with certainty, your singles have high-quality mastering, and I'm curious, where do you record your music?
Well, thank you, first of all. We try to make sure that each of these songs that we're putting out on the Travisphere label is the highest quality. I actually record in my home studio in Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, very nice.
I'm currently attending Arizona State University. I'm graduating here in a few months.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, during my time there at school, I've been recording and I've been making music the whole time I've been attending school. And I have a place just about a mile from campus that in my garage, we converted it to a home studio, and that's where all of the recording is done. And I actually mix and master it in that studio also.
Folks, it doesn't get much more homegrown and local than that.
And it just goes to show, like a lot of these artists want to do like these big like record label signings, and a lot of young artists feel like they have to have all the nice things on all this big studio. But I mean, this right here just goes to show that you don't need all that stuff. And
you got to remember, his dad was a musician too, so that helps.
Exactly.
Yeah. Absolutely. Now the reason we're
absolutely right. Yep.
The reason we're talking today, Shane, your newest single, Side by Side, drops today. I'm sure fans of all ages are anticipating it. Tell us more about that process of creating the single and why you chose to craft it the way you did.
Definitely. So the record is actually a very acoustic vibe, singer-songwriter, with maybe a little bit of pop sense in it in the chorus. But I actually originally wrote it about, maybe July of last year. I came up with the first opening riff that you'll hear on the record. And I sat down, and the first stanza honestly just came to me before I knew it. I kind of closed my eyes and envisioned this moment that I had when I was on vacation, and I woke up in a beautiful bed and with a beautiful view, and it kind of just inspired me to write a song about kind of waking up in the morning and wanting to stay, relaxed and comfortable in your bed all day. Writing that first opening riff kind of made me realize that this song should stay true to how I originally sat down and kind of started composing it, because I felt that kind of morning vibe asked for that type of production value. So it took, kind of a while to find the chorus, and it was a long, tedious process to kind of finish and complete the song, but now that it is completed, I feel pretty firmly that I can stand behind it and feel that this is some of my best work that I've put out there.
Now, I'm assuming this is on all social media platforms. Where can we find your latest single, Side by Side, Shane?
So we can listen to it on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, and I also uploaded the audio to YouTube and to my website, shanetravis.com.
Fantastic. Now, we'll end with this. Most artists are always looking ahead to the future. Shane, where do you see yourself, let's say, a year from now and 5 years from now even?
For a year from now, I would say I'm touring, if not the southwest region of the country, at least the whole country, or at least the southwest region of the country, if not the whole country. That definitely is one of my goals to achieve within the next years. I definitely want to hit the road. I want to start playing shows in California, Denver, Salt Lake City, kind of hit the southwest region. And in 5 years, I would definitely want to have a full studio album under my belt, and also by then, hopefully, we would be touring the world by then.
That would be awesome. Well, thanks for joining us, Shane. We appreciate you and your time with us here on the Morning Beat. We'll talk to you soon. We're about to premiere right here, Shane Travis, Side by Side on 88.7 The Pulse.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.